and last week we talked briefly about how to trade. Like it's actually very simple. All you're doing is marking out your levels and seeing where the candle is in between, and then trading it level to level. And
Yeah.
that's what we're looking at. So we have a bull print right now on the weekly. Of course, the starch is a little like overbought, so it might cool off a little bit, but it might do an SR flip. And once it bounces, then you just trade the next level up.
Yeah.
And so you're trading range to range, and that's all you're
Yeah.
doing.
What I would ideally really like to see here on your chart here for the SPY is if on the weekly we start to cool off on the SRSI there on the bottom gets to the oversold level before the price
Mm,
crosses over that resistance line. So if we can get closer to oversold while staying above 408, then I would
yeah,
I would feel more confident in opening positions in equities because that's like, okay,
right.
looks
And
like we're above the resistance. We're like starting to feel overbought, and like that's kind of all I need to see. That plus the fact that we have a bull print, we're on the green side of the strength band, so I should be biasing bullish. So instead of like looking
right,
looking for opportunities to create short positions, I'm looking for opportunities to create long positions. So like
right,
that's what the trading buddy's telling me, which bias I'm taking, and
right,
then my assessment of charting resistance levels and looking at the SRSI is telling me when is the right time to take those positions in that direction.
right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
And so the next few, like you can see, if we go back in time, you can see that you can. This is a spy the weekly again.
yeah.
You can say stay sort of like
That's true.
overbought. You you can dip, and then you can see the SRSI doing a flip again, and this is like over this that's close to a year where it's like been grinding up. You know what I mean? And before we actually see a pullback. So we could also get something like that here. You know what I mean? Where we see it bounce around a few times while price
Yeah,
runs up,
yeah. The QQQ is
possibly
already doing that a little bit.
right. And yeah, here if we look at the QQQ, it's exactly what you said. So
Yeah,
here we saw it sort of like come down and flip and then cross over again while prices continue going up.
yeah,
So and also I know there are talks of like recession, like that's still not off the table. We could still get that. So
yeah,
we could there could also be a scenario where you see price run up all the way to recession, and then we see once everybody sees that we are actually in a recession, then price could tank and
yeah.
then sort of like find a bottom again, and then
Yeah, so get like
we
like a
sort of
fake out pump during the recession, and then like once everybody kind of realizes that it's a recession, because I feel like the market does react kind of
yeah,
slowly to these things. It has been
yep,
feeling like a recession for like a while to me, but
yep.
all the time you get the Fed and everyone's like, maybe there's a recession coming, and I'm like, wait, coming? Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
I mean, you know, like we've been in a downtrend ever since, like for the
yeah,
whole past year. So
yeah.
yeah,
But yeah,
it'll be
it's
interesting to
I'd
see.
say the takeaway for this week though is like keeping an eye on the DXY as well as the equity markets. Everything seems to be flipping much more bullish. So looking at taking some long positions with only like short selling in this coming week for me, and like you said for yourself as well, is kind of limited to the pullback that we're like trying to maybe make short sell profits on a pullback. If you're a day trader, maybe that is also a strategy you'd be interested in. But looking at the DXY and the rest of the equity charts, it does look like we're flipping a little bit bullish. So want to see how this next coming week uh, is going to close. I am probably going to open a few long positions this week. Take a look at which stocks look good, and we'll be talking about that kind of stuff in Discord all week, like
Yeah.
we usually do. And then for crypto, it does start to feel like maybe we're discoupling from the equity market here. Maybe we are going to see crypto stay bearish while the rest of these markets are flipping bullish. Uh, it. I also feel like I don't have enough like to confirm that fully yet based on the chart, but it does look like the week closed and it did close kind of bearish, but we do have a green strength band at the moment. We still have our bull print, so I'm still looking to be biased bullish. So I'm giving these bearish indications a little less weight when it comes to my own you know decision making. You know, because I like to let the trading buddy kind of like take that off my plate.